Okay.
Rugby
Yesterday morning.
Championship, yeah, first weekend done. We just chatted about the Springboks and Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier on in the day it was the All Blacks against Australia.
Yes. Won their 19th Bledisloe Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very well contested trophy, that
Yeah.
Bledisloe Cup.
Don't you hate when you watch their channels and they talk about it's like a fiercely contested
Yes.
thing.
The previous game, the score didn't really show it, but New Zealand, All Blacks dominated as well. But Australian rugby needs to rethink. They need a game plan. They can't try and beat New Zealand at their own game. That's never going to work.
That's their problem.
Yeah.
And all this negativity about how the Springboks play, etc.
Yeah.
In my mind, the only way Australia is gonna change their rugby is to get rid of this mindset, Marty Banks mindset of, instead of taking a kick for the corner, doing a tap and go, and then you lose, then you give away a penalty when they turn it over on the 22-meter line.
Hail Mary passes that get intercepted and stuff. It doesn't work.
Yes.
No. And they just don't have the physical talent. They don't have the physical presence. They're trying so hard. They look good at moments, but it's just not happening.
They look good, but they're not. They just won't win.
No.
And it's like nauseating and laughable.
Yeah.
That World Rugby on their Instagram posts are like, how great is this? What a great game! Such respect.
No.
If you can't win the Bledisloe Cup in 20 years, there's no respect. They disrespect. The All Blacks disrespect Australia.
Yes.
That's why they just throw the ball around.
No, they completely don't.
Here's an
regard
example. The All Blacks scored 57 points against Australia yesterday.
Yeah.
In 2017, they scored 57 points against the Springboks in 2 games.
Yes.
Do you think they respected us?
No, they had no respect.
They thought that we they didn't.
No, they thought it was a joke. They knew they were going to run all over us.
Yeah, they thought we were like a second division team.
Because we tried to play the same sort of rugby as the Lions, Sigma Lions.
Yeah.
Which is also like an All Black style rugby, and they completely drilled us.
Yes.
Now we can't play like them and expect to beat them. We meaning the Springboks.
Yes.
And neither can the Wallabies.
But who are what is Wallaby rugby? I think they've forgotten.
Yeah, no, I think they have.
I mean, since Gregan and Larkham and that amazing era, golden
you
era
think
rugby.
of guys like Owen Finnegan and
John
Matt
Eales.
Burke and John
Matt
Eales and Tim Horan,
Chris Latham.
Yeah.
My least favorite line from every game was the Aussie commentators. They'd be like, Gregan, Larkham, try.
Yeah.
That's what they used to shout in every game, because that's what would happen.
Yes. No, they need to find their identity again. They need a Rossi-like coach, which is like, we're going to rebuild. You can't rebuild for 10 years.
They need to go on like a summer camp, sit around the campfire, sing Kumbaya.
Okay, so but it's a loose game plan. The Northern Hemisphere used to call the Super Rugby basketball rugby. Throwing the ball around, make mistakes. If you make those sort of mistakes against the Springboks, and that we also I spoke about yesterday to someone else. It's become like this. If you make a mistake against the Springboks, you're going to concede a try. There's a very, very good chance you're going to concede a try. If a ball just drops on the ground and Kubus Reinach latches onto it, it's going to be a try. So, and if we can't make sure that we push our game plan onto them, we'll be in big trouble.
We'll also struggle.
If it gets a bit loose.
If it gets loose, then we're going to
we'll be in huge trouble.
So we've got to slow it down. And they've got to tighten the screws.
No, but they will play it slightly differently against us. They will kick more because they know that they won't get through our defences as easily.
For me, the game was lost for Australia was when Adi Savia?
Yeah.
They got a yellow card.
Yes.
And they didn't kick for the corners or take their points.
They don't play smartly. No.
They don't play smartly.
No, it's just gung ho. Let's just throw it around, get it to the wing.
Yes.
And freaking quick taps, fast paced. They need to slow it down a bit and trust their set piece and do different things.
They need to mix it up because that's something for Australia, I will say. Is they did manage to score some tries, and they managed to score, I think, 4 tries last week. So they're a talented team.
No,
they just have the wrong management. Is it Dave Rennie?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, he's a New Zealander.
He's a New Zealander.
So
So he's trying to beat New Zealand at their own game.
yeah.
And I don't think that's going to work.
Because it's not like they've got extreme superstar players, Australia.
No. All Blacks look very good though, but it's going to be very, very interesting, the first test between the Springboks and the All Blacks, to see what kind of game plan. How can we score more tries? Because their points average per game is very high, and we're going to have to score more points than that.
Yeah.
And they are going to adapt, because if they push the fullback into the line, if they make a mistake, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And we saw that in 2018 when we beat them. Jacques won't be too upset by the way the All Blacks played. Never say it's going to be an easy game. And I don't think he thinks that they're going to play that sort of rugby against us, against the Springboks. Yeah. But very interesting to see.
It was an enjoyable game.
Can't wait to play them.
Can't wait
to see where we really
it's been
are.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Lekker, Rugby Championship.
Cheers.
Cheers.